let's start off with your Tyga interview.
Yep.
Now, I'm surprised he actually came in and talked about all the topics that he talked about.
I mean, I wasn't surprised, man. You know what's so crazy? I always say that if you're not afraid to tell the truth, or if you don't feel like you're doing anything wrong, you'll come to the Breakfast Club. I feel like the only time that you don't want to come to the Breakfast Club is when you're afraid to be confronted by the truth, or when you do have some bullshit going on. And the reason I say that is because if you don't feel like you're doing anything wrong, it's easy to explain and you won't look crazy when you come. Because all I'm gonna do is ask you the most obvious question. What's the most obvious thing? Bruh, is you fucking Kylie or what? Is you dating her? Is you red shirting the pussy? What's going on? And he didn't run from it. He didn't run from it at all.
Well, he said that the two of them were just friends.
They might just be just friends. I mean, listen, what constitutes friends, in this day and age? They may be just friends. They may just hang out, kick it. He possibly could be fucking her, or maybe he's been doing what I've been telling y'all he's been doing for the longest, red shirting the pussy. She's 18 in August, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something else, Vlad, which fucked my mind up. When you go look at the legal age of consent throughout America, majority of states are 16. Majority of states are 16 years old. I mean, the guy just turned 25. It's a lot of 25 and 17. What's that, an 8-year age difference? I mean, Jay-Z's way older than Beyonce. Diddy's way older than Cassie. Russell Simmons got with Kimora Lee Simmons when she was 17 and he was 35. Jerry Seinfeld was publicly dating a 17-year-old chick at one point here in New York City. So is Tyga really doing something wrong just because the age of consent in California is 18?
Well, what exactly happened with the Kanye interview? Because I guess that some audio came out where he said that Tyga and Kylie are in love from your show.
I don't know what happened with that. Because if you look at that interview was 52 minutes long. That part was 2 seconds. And to me, after he said what he said about, they're in love, then he goes on to say, I think Tyga was smart. He got in early. So I don't know what happened. Like, after we do our interviews, man, and our interviews go through a process where, they go through a couple different, hands before they get uploaded to iHeartRadio, before they hit the air, before they hit online. I don't know what happened, to be totally honest. But, all it did was bring more attention to our interview with Kanye, so I appreciate it. Whatever the glitch in the Matrix was, I appreciate it.
I mean, what did you think about your interview with Kanye?
I loved it. And I mean, the reason I loved the interview with Kanye, man, and it's so funny because, people, I've always told you, Vlad, and I've always told people I will never become a caricature of myself. Meaning I will never be what people always expect me to be. Like, I think sometimes, man, when you do certain interviews, people fall in love with certain interviews. I never interview every artist the same. I mean, I'm gonna always be honest and truthful, but it's depending how I'm feeling. The first time Kanye came, I had a thing on. I was a little pissed at Kanye because that's a brother who I've always been a fan of, and I felt like he was just out there doing a lot of words and lip service, and he wasn't doing enough showing and proving by actions and deeds. Like, he was doing a lot of crying and complaining instead of actually putting his best foot forward to change things, which he could do. And so I brought that to his attention when he came the first time. The second time, the only gripe I had with him was the fact that he rushed the stage at the Grammys. It was funny, but then his after show rant with Beck, he went in on Beck and told Beck that he needs to respect artistry. So when I gave him Donkey of the Day, it's like, yo, Kanye, how can you tell somebody to respect artistry when you don't respect other people's artistry? Like, you want people to respect the artistry that you like, but that's not the way the world works. When I brought that up to him in the Breakfast Club interview, what's the first thing he did? He owned his bullshit. He was like, yo, you absolutely right. I'm a hypocrite. And he went on to say, I never even listened to the Beck album. Then he said when he was having dinner with Taylor Swift, he would listen to the Beck album, and the Beck album actually was good. So it's like, yo, man, when you own your shit, like I just told y'all, when you own your shit, there's nothing else to say. It's the Eminem and 8 Mile theory. At the end of 8 Mile, Eminem got on that microphone, said everything that guy possibly could say bad about him. He owned his shit, and the guy couldn't even say anything. And it's the same thing when you come to the Breakfast Club or sit down with Charlamagne. I'm only coming at you with things that are already out there. So I love the second interview. I felt like It was a great conversation. And I felt like Kanye gave us 52 minutes of great insight. And I love where Kanye West's head is at right now, because his feelings on race are my feelings on race. I feel like there is, I mean, of course there's black and there's white, but at the end of the day, we're all just one race, which is the human race. So we have to learn to be in one accord with each other. And I love that rhetoric that he's speaking right now.
I was surprised that he actually came on the Breakfast Club, because it seemed like the first time he came on, it didn't turn out too well for him. You know, I mean, there was the whole Kanye Kardashian thing. It seemed like he was kind of stressed out around you.
Yeah, but I mean, if you watched the interview with the Breakfast Club as well as his interview with Zane Lowe, Kanye said it. He was in a crazy space, you know, a couple years ago. He said that he couldn't find the right words to communicate what he was trying to say. He said that when he was trying to communicate certain things, it was coming out all wrong. So you can't look at me, like there's a lot of people who like looked at me a couple years ago and was like, yo, you hating on Kanye. You know, you just don't understand what he's saying. Kanye didn't even understand what he was saying. So what y'all need to do is get up off dick, stop riding dick so much sometime, and learn to be objective. And that's what I be saying about stans versus fans. I'm a fan. So when I'm a fan of somebody, I can be objective and sit back and be like, hold up now, what is Kanye talking about right now? And I can check him about that or approach him about that. When you're a dick rider, a stan, you have no objectivity. You're just, no, Kanye's the God. Kanye, you know what he's talking about. I can understand what he's talking about. He didn't even understand what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So how can you? Yeah. But now he's got a grasp on exactly the message he wants to deliver. And I don't even think his message now is the same thing he was on 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I think he's like more of a family man now. He's married. He's got a child. And I mean, we all know, man, being married and having kids does change you. It does help you to grow. It does help you to evolve. So I think that the things he's more concerned about now are more important than the things he was concerned about 2 years ago. Because everything he was concerned about 2 years ago was self-serving. Like, that shit didn't help the needs of the public. Like, I don't give a fuck about, you know, the fact that the fashion industry won't let you in. That's a personal plight. You understand what I'm saying? And guess what? You still selling $500 sneakers. You know what I'm saying? So what was the issue? Like, you still haven't figured that part out, but I like where he's at as a man right now. I really do.
Well, I interviewed a lot of people before the Adidas Yeezy came out. And most people, I mean, it was a little bit split, but I would say that most people I interviewed said that they don't think that the hype with an Adidas Yeezy will be near the hype of a Nike, just because the level of the two brands is so different. But, you know, as the owner of Sneaker Watch, I can tell you that the hype over the Adidas Yeezy was just as big as any other Yeezy that came out.
I think it was. You know what I'm saying? I got a pair of Yeezys. I'm not gonna front. When I see him, when I first saw them, I said to myself, they look like a paper mache project. They look like a 7th grader's paper mache project that they put together. And then I started seeing them on a couple of people's feet. I saw them on Big Sean. I'm like, yo, they look all right. I wouldn't personally wear them. You know what I'm saying? I actually like the black colorway, which I've come to find out they not real. But I don't know if they not real or not, because when I bought them up to Kanye said, yeah, the black ones is dope. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I know there is a pair online that somebody dyed gray, and I think Ben Baller had somebody dye in black for him, and then Kim Kardashian said those are fake. I don't know. But I wouldn't wear them. They not for me. You know what I'm saying? They not my thing, but I've seen them on a couple people's feet, and I'm like, yeah, they look okay.
Well, the hype was up there, though.
I didn't notice a difference. I mean, I feel like every time Kanye puts out a sneaker, it's a hype around the sneaker. Whether it's the red ones, whether it's the original Yeezys that was khaki colored and pink, which I had a pair and then gave them away to my little cousin because I felt stupid wearing them shit. I don't know why. I just felt stupid when I had the first original Yeezy. Somebody gave me a pair when I was in Philadelphia. And they just not my style. Like, that ain't for me, man. That's for dudes that like to wear like olive colored skinny jeans and salmon colored pants. Like, I ain't that cool, I guess. I'm not that cool to rock them shit.
You told Trina, I think, on Twitter that you'll suck a fart out of her butt.
I've told Trina that in person.
In person?
I've told Trina that on the Breakfast Club. I've told her that Just when you see her hanging out in Miami, you know, me, her, and Lala might be in Miami. Like, I want to suck a fart out your butt, Trina. Like, Trina is the hood nigga's dream.
I can't speak for every black person, but generally we don't fuck with Beck, just like we don't fuck with Eminem.
You fuck with Eminem?
King of hip hop.